Righto, ladies and gentlemen, let me show you what we're doing here today. We have a rear rack to put on the back of the nav for a rooftop tent that we are picking up on the way to CMC. So I've got the footings down. So all we essentially got to do now, I've got to clean them up because I already had it half sort of on. Clean it up and tack it. Undo it from the tray, throw it down on this metal sheet, weld it right up, if I can get this welder to work, if I can get it to work. And yeah, weld her up, throw it back on, have a look, make sure it's right, then paint it, and we're ready for a rooftop. Hopefully this doesn't affect the Bluetooth. Because while I'm grinding, I like to listen to a bit of Tom Cam and Queen the Chin. It's on. What appears to me it's welded and on and not going anywhere. So that's step sort of one done for getting your rooftop tent on. Now,
several bad puns later.
Skipped on, we now have the top rack for it. I've just got this off an old cruiser. Well, it's made for a cruiser anyway, like a troop carrier or whatever. Anyway, it's going to be a quick, simple way to mount the rooftop tent onto. I was going to make my own brackets and stuff like that, but I think the glory of this thing for now is, yeah, it's a lot easier to put the rooftop on. And then I may look at putting the awnings on it as well. Might even do that right now, not too sure yet. So anyway, let's get stuck into it and show you, I guess, how it's all going to be set up.
Few moments later.
Righto guys, rooftop tent's on. We've just done nearly a week living out of it so far. Absolutely in love with it. Big difference going from the swag on the ground to the big fancy ARB rooftop tent on the roof. So we may as well go through what we have done to get this mounted up to the roof. Probably not going to be a permanent solution, but for now it works perfect and it gets us out into this beautiful wilderness that we are in today. So let me show you around. Righto, so as you can see, we got him on. The last thing you would have seen was putting this rear bar on. So it is all done, bolted up, welded up, very roughly painted. Then we got this big rear rack of a 76 series, and we have bolted that straight into the bar and the front tray headboard. So yeah, that just fastens straight down to that. And then essentially the rooftop, if you come down under here, you'll see it just goes straight onto the roof rack. And there's heaps of other mounting points along the roof rack as well. So now I've got a heap more, I suppose, storage space as well, because now I have room from pretty much where the windscreen is to here to mount stuff up top. Actually, to add with that too, I've even gone, it's a very basic mod, but it is a big game changer. Open this up, bang, turn the tray side into a bench. The wear bar, which is tucked up in here, it actually goes here. So you can use this as a full bench. You don't have to, carry a heap with you. So super stoked with that. Obviously you're undercover. Eventually we'll get an awning over here. So we're going to be completely undercover right through here, which is, super awesome. Lighting. So we can now put power up into the rooftop so that we can have lighting, charge your phones, you might have a fan up there, whatever. So yeah, wire it straight into the canopy. Lighting for down here. So I'm going to get strip lights to go right around it. A bit of a redesign now because obviously I've changed how the tray is since its last iteration. So yeah, We're going to heap a line and put on the outside and put the 12 volt up into the tent so that, yeah, once we're up in there, we've got plenty of power to charge things and, you know, lighting and whatnot. So I'll give you a bit of an overview around the tent.